What's up, everybody? Welcome to another great episode of Geeks Without Borders. My name is Gift Egbelu, and of course, I'm here with the one other co-host who continues to not want to go on vacation because he says I'm gonna work my way through in sickness or in health. But it's also good because everybody needs a break sometimes. So we give credit. But since he's here, we got JP Finity, JP the Toy Man, Mateo. JP, man, how are you feeling? You're not feeling good. I know that. How are you pushing through?
Yeah, cold medicine's making me high, so that's fun.
Man. Well, you know what? Let's not waste that good cold medicine high that you got going on, and and let's talk about the most recent and the season finale of Miss Marvel, episode 6. We left off. The what is it? The bodega, the little corner store, was blown
Yeah,
up by damage control.
control.
Damage
Yeah,
control that worked an awful lot like the mutant control center in XMen.
yeah, yeah. It, they definitely reminds me of like the mutant control, enhanced like person control group, like in XMen.
Right? I was waiting for a Dr. Trask something or other to pop up just because of how random, how much they were. It's like, what happened to you guys just cleaning up the streets of the dirt of the debris from the heroes?
Well, they've mentioned the M word, and we've heard like the '90s XMen '97 music.
I was
So
trying to
that
build up to that. All right, it's fine. All right, let
sorry,
me
sorry.
come in with trying to slowly build up. We try to get okay. You know what? We're gonna do this again. We're gonna if we're gonna say the M word, we're gonna talk about them. We're gonna say it with the right energy. They finally said the M word. It finally happened. It finally happened, man. Yo, we finally are getting them in. It's been so many years and just it's so downplayed. But I love it. I love it,
Yeah. Um,
man. Well, before we go into
I
that, what did you think of the episode?
I love the episode. The only thing, I guess I'm I'm not sure about is like the M word.
Yeah,
I'm excited that they're coming in, but in the comics, Kamala and Kamran, they're Inhumans. They got their powers from Terrigen, and
yeah,
as we've seen in Doctor Strange Multiverse of Madness, um, there are Inhumans. Um, I was hoping that Kamala Khan and Kamran would still be Inhuman instead of mutant, but we'll see what happens down the line. But it was still a really, really cool episode.
I don't think we're getting Inhumans. It wasn't until this moment that I realized how much Kevin Feige truly hates Pearl Mutter and is absolutely never going to bring the Inhumans in. I mean, I do not. I mean, I know he did Black Bolt for 818, but I don't think he's ever going. In fact, now that I'm now that they mentioned the word mutants, uh, I I am even less surprised as the way that Black Bolt went because I'm pretty sure that's how Kevin Feige felt every single time Pro Mutter would come and swing his money around to change the way the MCU would go. Uh, um, and then whenever he tried to force feed the Inhumans into it, like I'm pretty sure Kevin Feige is absolutely going to be like, no, we're never going to give him the rights to be able to make these toys so that he can make money off of us. We were always going to use we will use the mutants. These Inhumans will die. And you know how I feel?
Not on
I
my
feel like
watch.
it blow my brains out. I'd rather blow my brains out than keep the Inhumans in the universe.
Maybe when Paul's no longer in charge.
Well, Pro's not in charge. This is a petty move now. This is just a petty move. The pro, this is oh, that's what I'm saying. Like, I don't think we're ever like the fact that they changed Kamala Khan to from Inhuman to mutant is actually is why I said I think this is the biggest petty move. But I'm also happy because nobody can be mad at it because of the fact that what Pro Mutter tried to do, 3-4 years ago, and how much Kevin Feige hated that racist man. But like this was a you wanted Inhumans? Nope. But I'll show you what I can do with the Inhumans. Blow your own brains out because he's not even existing in this world that we created. Yeah.
That's funny. Yeah, that's some funny shit.
Yo, Feige a petty man. Feige a petty man. But that being said, I'm really interested to see now what they're going to end up doing about it because because it was something that I'd picked up before. Not the mutants component of it, but with damage control. Like why they were going so heavy on enhanced kids. Like you have a series of enhanced people that are around, but you're not messing with the Avengers. And damage control was put together by Stark, or at least by Stark Industries. So, like, why are you acting like? Why are you going so hard on these kids, like we saw in Spider-Man: No Way Home and whatnot, particularly on kids?
Well, reminds me of like Civil War in the
Yeah,
comic Civil War, where like the new warriors, because they were kids and they were reckless,
yeah,
cost cost like lives. Must Yeah, I think we're getting something like that.
that would make sense. That would make sense, But
Uh, be interesting to see Trask.
I feel like we're starting to see the elements to put the development. I'm interested, but I do wonder um if it's going to be a situation where we'll see an older Professor Xavier, or are we catching them like in their early stages or so? You know,
Yeah,
like are
like
we like a better version
me
of
red.
what? Yeah, exactly. Like, are we gonna get a better version of like the last three X-Men movies, in a sense, but or are we gonna imply that they've always been there, and now that this reveal is coming up, they can come stand this out, and then they have to
You know
explain
what?
why they weren't doing anything during the Thanos time and whatnot.
You know what? I hope they do like start with X Men First Class, like they do the whole X Men
Yeah,
First Class, like start it all up, like just now, which can explain um why they weren't around when Thanos was around
right,
or
right.
something.
Might have been something
Um,
that they revealed after like the snap, and so the impetus of the snap allowed them to start looking and gathering and training, because we also don't know the exact amount of time that's been from where Miss Marvel exists, Spider-Man No Way Home, and Thor Love and Thunder in equivalency to when the snap was, when the
yeah.
snap first happened.
The only oh, another thing I kind of found amusing was Ka- Kamala was kind of like the Spider Man of New Jersey,
Yes. Yes. Yeah. Like, no, that's real.
even even with a sitting on top of a light post thing.
Yeah. It kind of was establishing ground levels, but obviously we see at the end that she's clearly our, I mean, we knew that from the fact that Marvels were coming, but how much bigger it she's going to be. Also, like to point out, I was correct. We got the Carol Danvers sighting at the end, and I'm gonna say something that I didn't think I would say. In that few seconds, was the most charismatic and entertaining version of Carol Danvers that has ever been put out. And she barely said any lines. She actually had a reaction. That was the only thing. she had a reaction. Like she wasn't too cool for school. She actually looked like she could emote. And I was like, oh my gosh.
Maybe
Okay.
she's hearing the critics now, and you know.
Maybe whoever,
Oh,
a little stage direction help, because they didn't do it for the drawings, they didn't do it for the other versions of it, but finally they give her a Carol Danvers. Maybe Carol Danvers has just been gone so long that she actually had to learn how to gain likability.
yeah, yeah. Maybe she's learned from the critics, and you know, I'm I'm like hopeful that the next few sightings of her will be received positively.
Yeah, yeah, and everybody can get a fourth chance.
Let's remind our friends to please click on the subscribe button and hit that notification bell so you know when we have new videos out.
Subscribe.
Subscribe!
Die. Oh, die.